Overthinking is not just a bad habit. It's self-sabotage. It's mental warfare, and you're the one pulling the trigger. It paralyzes your actions, poisons your confidence, and steals your peace. Every moment spent trapped in your thoughts is a moment stolen from your future. Every time you analyze instead of act, doubt instead of decide, you're giving away your power. But here's the truth. You're not broken. Your mind isn't the enemy. It just needs a rule, a commandment to follow. And the Stoics had one that changes everything. Focus only on what you can control. That's it. One rule. But don't mistake simplicity for weakness. This is the rule that forged unshakable minds, calm hearts, and powerful lives. This rule was the anchor for warriors, emperors, and philosophers who faced chaos, betrayal, and loss, and remained unshaken. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, wrote in the dead of night while the world burned around him, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's not a quote. That's a weapon, and it's yours now. Because once you master this rule, overthinking dies. You stop obsessing over things that were never yours to carry. You stop living in fear of the past and future. You start living in the now, with purpose, with clarity, with power. This isn't about calming your mind. It's about commanding it, taking it back, turning it into your sharpest tool instead of your greatest burden. So today, I'm going to show you how to apply this Stoic rule in 7 powerful ways. Each one a practical, life-changing strategy that will pull you out of the storm and plant your feet in unshakable ground. These are not theories. They are battle-tested truths. They will challenge you, they will change you, and they will remind you of who you really are. So, if you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're done letting your mind control you, then stay with me. Because this is where the overthinking ends and the domination begins. Number 1, ruthlessly eliminate the uncontrollable. If you don't draw the line, your mind will be overrun. Overthinking isn't just a mental habit. It's a war zone. And most people, they lose, not because they're weak, but because they're trying to fight battles that were never theirs to win. Here's the truth. You're wasting your energy on ghosts, on people you can't change, on outcomes you can't dictate, on the past that's dead and the future that doesn't exist yet. That's the battlefield overthinkers die on, every single day. But the Stoics, they played a different game. They made one rule their sword and shield. Focus only on what you can control. And they didn't just suggest it. They lived and breathed it. Marcus Aurelius, a warrior emperor who ruled the Roman Empire, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Strength is not in trying to control everything. It's in cutting away everything that isn't yours to control. The moment you stop trying to rewrite the past, the moment you stop obsessing over what others think, is the moment you regain your power. If it's not your thought, if it's not your action, if it's not your choice, it's not your problem. Let it burn. Let it go. The reason your mind is overwhelmed is because you've let too many enemies inside the gates. But once you lock in on what's yours, your discipline, your effort, your response, overthinking collapses. Doubt fades. Clarity hits like lightning. This is not soft advice. This is war. Ruthlessly eliminate the uncontrollable. Build a mind so focused, so unshakable, that nothing outside of you can break you. That's Stoicism. That's power. That's how you kill overthinking at the root and take back command of your life. Because when you master this, nothing can touch you. Number 2, master the power of perception. Overthinking doesn't start with the world, it starts with you. The way you perceive everything around you is what fuels your mental chaos. You don't need to control every event in your life. You need to control how you react to them. That's the Stoic secret that will free you from the endless cycle of overthinking. Epictetus said it loud and clear. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This one rule is the key to taking back your mental power. Life doesn't get to control you. You control how you interpret life. Overthinking thrives on your perception of a situation. It tells you that obstacles are problems, that setbacks are signs of failure. But this is a lie. Your mind can either make you a victim or a victor. The Stoics knew that challenges are not threats, they are opportunities. Every challenge you face is an invitation to grow, to become stronger, to master yourself. What would happen if you shifted your perception? Instead of seeing obstacles as insurmountable, what if you saw them as tests of your strength? Instead of spiraling into fear and anxiety, you chose to view each challenge as an opportunity to grow. That's the power of perception. It stops overthinking because you no longer fear what's ahead. You see it as a chance to level up. When you master perception, you stop letting life's problems control you. You start controlling how you respond to them. You take power away from your thoughts and put it back in your hands. Overthinking crumbles when your mindset is unshakable, when you see every situation as an opportunity, not a threat. Stop letting the world dictate your inner peace. You are in charge of your lens, the way you see and experience everything around you. Reclaim your mind, change how you see, and watch how your life transforms. Overthinking? Gone. Confidence? Yours. Clarity? Unstoppable. Number 3, shift from thought to action. Overthinking is a killer of dreams. It paralyzes you, keeps you trapped in an endless loop of doubt and fear. You think and you think and you think some more, but all that thinking does nothing. It's just a form of self-sabotage. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic minds, warned us, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Overthinking fills your mind with all the potential problems, what-ifs, and worst-case scenarios that may never even happen. It tricks you into believing that inaction is the safer choice. But here's the truth. Inaction is your enemy. Think about it. What happens when you don't act? You stay stuck. You stay trapped. You stay miserable in that endless cycle of overanalyzing. But the moment you take action, you break that cycle. The moment you act, you shift from fear to power. Action is clarity. It's the antidote to the mind's poison of doubt. It's where your true power lies. When you make the call, start the project, or say what needs to be said, you step into your strength. You stop worrying about what could go wrong and focus on making it right. You stop letting your mind control you, and you take control of your life. The perfect moment to act doesn't exist. If you wait for it, you'll wait forever. You create the moment by acting now. Every step you take forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals, closer to the life you've been dreaming of. Don't wait. Action isn't just about doing, it's about being. It's about being the person who does instead of the person who thinks. When you shift from thought to action, you stop letting fear dictate your future. You stop overthinking and start doing, and that's when your life transforms. That's when you stop waiting for life to happen and start making it happen. If you've been stuck in the loop of overthinking, it's time to break free. Don't let your thoughts hold you back any longer. Take bold, decisive action now. That's where your power is. That's where your freedom is. And once you start, you'll never look back. Start today. Take that step. You're one action away from your breakthrough. Number 4, prepare for the worst, then let it go. Overthinking is fueled by fear, the fear of what might happen, the fear of what you can't control. But what if you could eliminate that fear before it even starts? What if you could stop letting your mind run wild with what-ifs that may never happen? The Stoics had a simple yet powerful practice for this: negative visualization. Seneca, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, understood this truth deeply. He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand. This powerful concept means that when you mentally prepare for the worst-case scenario, you take away its ability to surprise you, shock you, or control you. You strip fear of its power before it can even take root. Let me ask you this. What's the worst thing that could happen right now? Maybe it's losing a job, a relationship falling apart, or facing a major setback. Imagine it. Feel the pain of it. Really go there. Now ask yourself, could I survive this? Could I handle it? The answer, more often than not, is a resounding yes. The human spirit is tougher than we give it credit for. You've faced challenges before, and you've survived. This one will be no different. When you accept that you can survive anything life throws at you, fear loses its grip. You stop overthinking and start living with a calm and focused mind. Now, here's the most liberating part. Once you've prepared for the worst, you let it go. You stop obsessing over what might go wrong, and you focus on what you can control, the present moment, your thoughts, and your actions. Fear has no power over you because you've already seen the storm, and you're ready for it. When you stop fearing the worst, you stop overthinking. You stop imagining worst-case scenarios that paralyze you and take action instead. And here's the truth. Once you stop fearing what could happen, you free yourself to pursue what you can make happen. This is how the Stoics faced life with calm and composure. They understood that fear was a product of the unknown, and by confronting that fear head-on, they diminished its power. You can do the same. Stop letting fear control your life. Prepare for the worst, then let it go. Once you do, you'll find that overthinking becomes a thing of the past. You'll be ready for anything because you've already seen the storm and come out the other side stronger. Number 5. Train the inner fortress. You can't control the world around you. You can't control the actions of others, the challenges that come your way, or the external circumstances that often seem out of your grasp. But here's the liberating truth. The one thing you always have control over is your inner world. The Stoics understood this at the deepest level. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This statement is a game changer because it shows us the power of mental discipline. If you want to master your life, you must first master your mind. Your thoughts shape your reality. If your mind is weak, overthinking, self-doubt, and fear will easily take over. But if your mind is strong, no external chaos can shake you. Imagine your mind as a fortress. Is it fortified with discipline, clarity, and strength? Or is it like a cracked wall, vulnerable to every external disturbance? Overthinking thrives in a disordered mind. It feeds on confusion, doubt, and fear, growing louder the more you let your mind drift aimlessly. But the Stoics didn't allow their minds to become soft or distracted. They trained their minds to stay focused, clear, and rooted in truth. To build this inner fortress, you need to feed your mind with discipline. That means actively controlling what enters your thoughts. Do you fill your mind with negativity, or do you fill it with empowering, focused thoughts? The Stoics practiced constant self-awareness, always challenging their thoughts to align with their values, their purpose, and their deeper understanding of life. Here's a powerful exercise. Every time you feel the urge to overthink, pause and ask yourself, is this thought serving me? Is it helping me become stronger or more focused? If not, discard it. Just like a fortress, you don't let just anything enter. You only allow what strengthens you. Your inner world can become so solid and impenetrable that nothing external can disturb your peace. This is where overthinking dies. When your thoughts are disciplined, when your inner world is trained to stay calm, centered, and focused, external events lose their power over you. The noise of the world becomes background music. Your clarity, your inner calm, becomes your most powerful weapon. When your inner world is fortified, you stop overthinking. You stop spiraling into anxiety, doubt, or fear. You become unshakable, unmovable, and impenetrable. This is the mindset of the Stoics. This is the mindset that will allow you to dominate your life and eliminate the endless cycle of overthinking. Number 6, detach from outcome, anchor in effort. Overthinking thrives in the land of outcomes. It's when we obsess over results that our minds begin to spiral. What if I fail? What if I don't get the promotion? What if they reject me? These questions breed anxiety, doubt, and self-sabotage. The more you focus on what might happen, the less energy you put into what you can control. But here's the truth. The Stoics didn't chase outcomes. They understood that outcome is not the measure of success. The effort is. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said it clearly: do your duty without regard to outcomes. This isn't just a call for detachment. It's a revolutionary mindset that shifts the focus from external validation to internal control. The Stoic path to mastery isn't about outcomes. It's about effort. Think about it. How much energy do you waste worrying about how others will perceive you? How much mental bandwidth is consumed by obsessing over things that are out of your hands? Overthinking has you chained to things you cannot control. The reactions of others, the results of your work, the future. But what if you let go of the outcome? What if you stop trying to force things to unfold your way? The Stoics focused on what they could control: their effort, their attitude, their actions, and this is where you break free. Stop obsessing over the finish line and anchor yourself in the process. Every time you show up with excellence, every time you put in the work, you've already succeeded. The result is just the byproduct of your effort. Here's the powerful truth. When you focus on the effort, you win every time. The results will follow, but they are no longer your measure of success. You've already proven your worth when you commit to showing up, doing your best, and giving your all, regardless of the outcome. Detach from the outcome. Stop letting the fear of failure or the craving for success dictate your actions. Anchor yourself in the effort, put in the work, show up with excellence, and trust that this is enough. The outcome will take care of itself. But your effort, your commitment, and your dedication, that's the victory. When you shift your focus from outcome to effort, overthinking fades. Why? Because you're no longer wasting your energy worrying about what might happen. You're focused. Number 7, practice relentless present moment awareness. Overthinking doesn't exist in the now. It feeds off the past. It feeds off the future. But the present? That's where it dies. That's where your power lives. The Stoics knew this deeply. They didn't waste their strength replaying regrets or rehearsing fears. They mastered the art of being grounded, here, now, alive in the moment. Seneca said it best: true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Let that sink in, because every time your mind races to what was or what might be, you abandon your strength. You give away your clarity. You hand your peace to things you can't touch, can't change, and can't control. But when you snap back to this moment, this breath, this action, this choice, you take it all back. Relentless presence is not a suggestion. It's a necessity. It's a daily battle to stay awake, because the world wants to drag you out of the now. It wants you worried about what people think, anxious about tomorrow, ashamed about yesterday. But none of that exists right here. Right now, you are breathing. Right now, you are free to act, to move, to choose. This moment is your weapon. The Stoics trained their minds like warriors. They didn't hope for presence. They practiced it, constantly. That means when your mind starts to wander, you bring it back. Not once, not twice, 1,000 times. You don't let your thoughts drift without your permission. You command your attention like a soldier commands the battlefield. Want to kill overthinking? Get out of your head. Get into your senses. Feel the air in your lungs. Plant your feet on the ground. Lock into the moment like your life depends on it, because it does. Every second wasted in mental loops is a second of power lost. But when you're present, fully present, overthinking has no oxygen. It can't breathe in the now. So make it a ritual. When fear creeps in, return to your breath. When doubt starts whispering, return to what's in front of you. This is your training. This is your freedom. The present moment is your power source. Stay plugged in. Stay here. Stay sharp. Because a mind anchored in the now is unshakable. And once you master presence, you master everything. This is the Stoic rule that ends overthinking. Focus only on what you can control, not some vague idea, not just another self-help phrase. This is the unshakable mindset that built empires and forged unbreakable minds. Marcus Aurelius lived by it. Epictetus taught it. And now it's your turn to use it as your weapon, because the truth is, every time you stress over what's outside your control, you give away your power. And every time you bring that power back to what's in your hands, your thoughts, your effort, your attitude, you reclaim your peace. You don't need to predict the future. You don't need to rewrite the past. You only need to master this moment. That's the battlefield. That's where you win. Overthinking can't survive where clarity, action, and purpose live. So if this message lit something inside you, don't let it fade. Hit that like button, subscribe, join this movement, because we're building a new breed of thinkers here. Focused, disciplined, unshakable. You're not weak. You're not lost. You've just been distracted. But now, it's time to focus. It's time to rise. And it all starts with this one rule. Apply it, live it, dominate with it. And always remember, you're not your thoughts. You're the master of them. Take control. Step forward. This is your moment.